1 second. Yep. So, okay. So before we start our next session, it's prediction time. What is going to happen in 2026? As I said earlier, we are in second month. So everyone is starting with their roadmap on agentic security, AI security. There is still a lot to be seen in 2026. We already had two conversations. We talked about visibility, agent identity, and lots of those stuff. So let's see what I have in store for predictions. Before that, actually, I wrote down some key points that I learned from the last 1.5 hours of Aktonomy. What are those? What are the key takeaways so far from the wonderful panel that we had on visibility and what good agent identity looks like from Nishit? So the first one is by Sunil. Wonderful panel there, and everyone had like lots of interesting insights to share. 2025 was the year for visibility, and 2026 is the year for observability. This is really key, and I'm still thinking about it as we are going on. It's been an hour. He shared this thought, and what does it mean? What it means is uh, visibility really is, in having an inventory of your agents, MCPs, LLMs, having like sort of understanding that, okay, this is your attack surface. But observability, as he mentioned, was in especially in the context of agents, is understanding what access does your agent have, what actions can the agent take, what is the deep observability, or the data understanding of all your agent identities, all your MCPs, all your LLMs. That is observability. So it's not really just having visibility that, oh, you have these 10 agents running in your environment. It's actually going deeper into understanding what data access they have, what they can control, what actions they can take in runtime. So that was my one of the biggest takeaway. Second is visibility is not enough. Runtime guardrails are fundamental. So we heard from the panel that there is, especially runtime guardrails, there's sure you have visibility, you have understanding of this is your data access, this is your identity, this is all the agents that you have. But it has no meaning if you are not able to take control measures, if you are not able to enforce guardrails, especially in runtime, especially continuously. The agentic systems are so unpredictable that you have to make sure that those guardrails are running continuously. The third one is again lessons for the team starting in AI security. So I know lots of teams are just starting out with agentic security. How would they? What do they start with? How do they even implement the program? One of the key takeaway for me was from this session, start with defining the use cases. You should really know, and every organization will have different use cases. You should really know what your use case is. Is it visibility? Is it risk assessment? Is it guardrails? Or maybe it's all of those. So start with defining those use cases. The second thing would be, if you have understood your use case, understand what data is accessible to the agents. And the last one would be, what actions should the agents take? Those three are fundamental to your agentic security program. If you're starting now, these three should be on your roadmap. The fourth one is so AI visibility. If your program is very centered around just visibility in the beginning, it's for me, it's really important to know who's owning the project. Is it business, security teams, engineering teams, who has accountability for it? And from the last 2 hours of conversation, what we've heard is it's actually a joint ownership. Business is driving this, of course, but it's actually owned by partly by engineering. There is effort from security, there's effort from risk, there's there's a joint ownership or sense of ownership in the organization when it comes to AI visibility. And the last one is, sorry, I think I wrote shadow AI is fundamentally different from shadow IT, I meant, which is, yeah, I mean, we are living in the world where AI is so unpredictable, it cannot have the same rules that were applied in last 20 years on shadow IT. So this is shadow IT. It's fundamentally very different from shadow AI. And let's now move on to the predictions. So we have 3 minutes left before we start the next session. But here are 5 predictions according to me, and I shared this last month with the larger audience, but here for this audience as well. So AI governance, according to me, is going to be key in 2026 for secure adoption of AI. More and more, I hear that. Our adoption is not secure or complete or compliant unless we have AI governance program running and implemented in organization. The second one is red teaming, according to me, is going to be mandatory criteria for continuous risk assessment of AI. It's not optional anymore. The third one, this is on the talent aspect. There won't be so according to me, I mean, I work with lots of teams. There is shortage of talent in AI security, and we have a session on this as well. How to build your career in agentic security. So that aspect of shortage of talent and how do you there won't be enough AI security experts in the year. Teams have to build that talent as the year goes by. Fourth is Anthropic and OpenAI, and maybe there might be other foundational models, but really these two will be key to cybersecurity success. And I'm now talking about generally cybersecurity. You could be an AI security leader, you could be in AppSec, you could be in CloudSec, you could be in infra, managing any aspect of cybersecurity. These two, from an AI perspective, will be fundamental to your growth, your success in cybersecurity. The last one is Nishit already mentioned, and we discussed in the panel. I think agent identity is going to be one of the most critical aspect of agentic security. You've got to understand what your agents can do, what actions they can take, what data access they have. Especially if you're building a customer facing agent, this is really the key for and this is going to become very, very important in 2026. So those are some of my predictions.